Today I'm at turn 6 at Bangsaen circuit. You can't miss this curve, the U-turn, the Porsche sign, freshly painted. And that means one thing, Bangsaen Grand Prix is back on. It's coming up just over a week's time. 2 years it's been off the calendar and I've missed it and everyone else has missed it. For me this is the best race in Asia, and in fact for me it's the best race in the world. And I've been to dozens and dozens of circuits all around the world in my life, but this is my ultimate race. And also this is the closest race to my home. It's 80 kilometers from my house. So Bangsaen is back. The whole of Thailand has been waiting for this race, and I'd say the whole of Southeast Asia, the racing community has been waiting for this race to come back. So what's new and what's happening? You'll see these two guys here. Preeda, Vice President of Thailand Super Series. He's the man who drives this project. He's leading this project. He leads Thailand Super Series as it grows. And Simon Gardini, he's the track designer. He's the man who builds the track so it meets the requirements, it meets the safety and it meets the regulations. So I've come down to Bangsaen this morning. I want to ask them both to tell me what's going on.
Hello, it's good to be back for 2022. This year at the beginning it was quite uncertain what we were going to do. Will we achieve the full calendar that we normally do, 4 events, 8 races? Finally we see that the situation start clearing up, and we can now really put our plans on the schedule, and here we are back in Bangsaen for the first event, which never happened before. The reason why we push back is for the situation to slowly get back to normal. And for this year, 29th of June until 3rd of July, Bangsaen is on after 2 years of absence due to the COVID situation. And we are glad to say that we receive a lot of entries due to hard working both from our staff in Racing Spirit teams, and the long awaited Bangsaen is now in focus. We can see that the entry list of over 130 cars comparing to 90 last year in 2021. That's the increase of more than 40%, which is incredible. We see the partnership title sponsor from Be Quick Thailand Super Series, which is another icing on the cake, making the event so much more easier to PR, both from Be Quick side and from Racing Spirit side. We can see that in the GT3 we have many interesting entries, especially the moving of Mr. Piti to drive for the Lexus RCF GT3. That's a big surprise to everyone, and we also seeing a lot of new entrants from both international drivers and Thai drivers. Be Quick has put up a big team from the leader of the behind the Hank Gicks. He is really pushing forward, not only being the title sponsor of Be Quick Thailand Super Series, but also in the Be Quick team. Many new entries on his side. I think he's putting in 4 GT3 cars and a GT4 in for the Adisak, who's upcoming and really looking good for Be Quick. Other entry in GTM, we can see that the brand new 992 GT3 Cup from Tanat and Tanat Sathienthirakul, number 15, who was the champion in 2021, is returning with a brand new vehicle. And also in GT4, we see many GTC. We see many of new entry, a brand new McLaren, and a brand new many other vehicle that is interesting to the adding to the series. Also, pickup truck with the support from the manufacturer. The entrance grew from 24 last year to 40, which is phenomenal figure that we have to divide it into 2 races category. One is for Class A and B driver, and the other one for Class C. The A-B driver consists of 23 entry and 17 for C. So with that 40 cars, we cannot manage to have it race all at the same time. As for Eco, over 23 cars in the entry list. Compact and production is no less than last year. Over 17 vehicle is in the list to race. All in all, total of 130 cars racing in Be Quick Thailand Super Series this year. And for not the other interesting series to join as a support race here in Bangsaen Grand Prix 2022 is RWT Endurance. There we have 40 cars in the entry list. They will race on Thursday, the 30th of June. So this is something to watch for those who like long distance driving, the endurance of 4 hours. Plus, we have the interesting news from Toyota Gazoo Racing. They will join us in their one make race categories and put up good show, whether it's concerts or Revo Mania. On Saturday, the opening day, we will have the parade of classic car. There will be more than 120 cars on the parade on Saturday. So those who like watching the rarity of the classic cars can come and join from 11:30 on Saturday until around 12:30. So please come and join Bangsaen after 2 years of absence. Many new interesting improvement to both the track and for the spectator. And come and enjoy. No entrance fee, by the way. Thank you.
Wow, so we're back in Bangsaen. I can't believe we've missed 2 race meetings, and 3 years since I was here last. And of course that's presented certainly a few challenges. Here we've increased our safety and the design of the track every year. And so I guess one of the main challenges coming back after a break is to make sure that we harnessed all the things that we learnt from when we raced here in 2019 and translated them into the track that we're doing this year. So we're pretty thorough on our notes. We had those down, but certainly there's been quite a few hours spent in front of the computer reviewing video and seeing how we can make sure we do our best for our return in 2022. There's a couple of notable changes, and maybe I can take you down and show you a couple of those while I've got you here. So probably one of the most noticeable changes is here at turn 10, 11, 12 around the roundabout here at Lamtan. We had a lot of trouble in 2019 with cars short-cutting the corner and not respecting track limits, and that brought their speed up and caused quite a few incidents on the exit of 12 because of the increased speed. So this year we've worked to move the apex out here a little bit, so that'll reduce the entry speed. We've also moved we've increased the size of the runoff and moved the whole runoff across a little bit, so it's a lot tighter to the corner. So you'll see a smaller curb section, a tighter entry, and the exit is a little bit harder to see until you get into the corner. So we think all those things will contribute to not only a better racing corner but a safer exit to where we had many incidents in 2019. So the change we've made between turn 7 and turn 8 on the long back straight, if you like, is more a community one and access, to be honest, than racing. So we've always had a very wide straight here down to turn 8. And in between races we let all the residents out on the right hand side here, and that's a lot of work, and when there's things going on the track it holds residents up. So this year we've used the width of the road that we've got here, which is very wide, to bring this barrier in and create a service lane that'll allow residents better access and much better race operations. It doesn't change the overtaking opportunity at the end of the track, it's still just as wide, but in this earlier section where the cars are sitting mainly to the left of the track, it just gives those residents space to get out of their house and be ready to leave in between sessions.
Bangsaen is back. After missing for 2 years, there was no race in 2020, no race in 2021. We're finally back and we're counting down just a week or two to go till Bangsaen kicks off at the end of this month. Last time we went to Bangsaen, 2019. Everyone is waiting for this race. For me, this is the greatest race in Asia. In fact, I've said before in videos, for me this is the greatest race in the world now. This is just a street race like nothing else. The atmosphere, the character, the emotion of Bangsaen is just amazing, and we're back. So I'm making a preview, see what's going on, see what's happening this year. But I'm not starting this preview in Bangsaen, I'm starting it right in the city centre. And you can see behind me on my left is a Daytona. This car I've made several videos of over the last year or so. Finally, it's going to make its race debut in a couple of weeks' time in Bangsaen. No better place to make your race debut than Bangsaen. Then next to it, Toyota, an A90 that runs in GTC. Now Toyota are the heart and soul of Thai motorsport. They've been at the heart of it for decades, and their huge one-make series, it jumps into the Bangsaen series. It kicks off this year at Bangsaen, so you've got all those classes, the new Yaris class, Vios, Altis, trucks, all the Toyota show comes to Bangsaen with everything, the glamour, all the celebrities that drive for them. And finally on the end here, we've got a Be Quick Racing Audi R8, brand new, upgraded to Evo 2 specification. And Be Quick are going to hit the ground with 4 Audis this year, kicking off in Bangsaen. Now if you watch my videos also, you see I did an in-depth review of the new Evo 2. I'll drop a link in the description below, and I'll drop a link to the Daytonas as well so you can catch up on them. But the reason I'm here in the city centre with these 3 cars is because Bangsaen kicks off in Bangkok. You want to have the media, you want to get attention, you want to build a PR. The mountain comes to the city, and Bangsaen press conference 2022, a few weeks ahead of the race, is being held today, bang in the heart of the city centre. So I've got traffic all around me, I've got a security guard on the gate blowing his whistle non-stop. So I apologise for all the noise, but that's the way it is. My Ben Rai, that's the way it is. if I want to do say this, I'm going to have to put up with the noise.
Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in.
So we had a great press conference here in Bangkok today, and everybody's fired up and pumped up for the Bangsaen Grand Prix. Nobody's raced there for 2 years, so I'm super excited to be back at one of my favorite street circuits in the world, and I hope to see you all there.
Fantastic to be here at the season launch, Bangsaen launch press conference with everyone in Bangkok today. Amazing to see the car for the first time in the flesh with the new colours and design, see all the team and all the organisers. Everybody is so excited for Bangsaen to return to kick off the 2022 season. We just can't wait to get into the new Evo 2 on the streets of Bangsaen.
Hello, just come back from Buriram after tests. We are ready for Bangsaen. See you soon in Bangsaen for the race.
We are so excited to be here at the press conference for Thailand Super Series, and Bangsaen is coming, so we will see you there.
Okay, just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows.
ครับหลังจากห่างหายไป2 ปีก็ในเรื่องของโควิด -19 นะครับการเตรียมพร้อมในเรื่องของการกู้ภัยในสนามแข่งไม่ว่าจะเป็นทีมช่วยเหลือนะครับ Rescue ไม่ว่าจะเป็นทีมพยาบาลเราเตรียมพร้อม 100% นะครับในวันที่19ของเดือนนี้ที่จะถึงเนี่ยจะมีการซ้อมนะครับของทีมกู้ภัยการซ้อมของทีมพยาบาลการซ้อมของพวกทีมรถยกนะครับรถสไลด์ที่จะเข้าไปทำงานในสนามแข่งนะครับเพราะว่าเราหยุดมา2 ปีเนี่ยมันคงต้องเตรียมความพร้อมทั้งหมดนะครับแล้วก็ทำความเข้าใจกับทีมทั้งหมดนะครับสิ่งที่มันเพิ่มเติมมาสำหรับปีนี้นะครับในจุดที่อันตรายไม่ว่าจะเป็นเทิร์น10 11 12ตรงนั้นเราจะมีรถยกนะครับสำหรับกู้ภัยรถในที่เกิดเหตุนะครับอีกจุดหนึ่งก็จะเป็นเทิร์น16 17ครับตรงเจ้าแม่กวนอิมตรงนั้นก็จะมีรถเคนนะครับรถเคนวางอยู่รถเคนตอนนี้น่าจะมี2 จุดนะครับสำหรับทีม Rescue ในสนามจะมีทั้งหมด5 ทีมนะครับสำหรับดูแลเรื่องความปลอดภัยทั้งหมดแต่ทุกทีมเนี่ยวันที่19จะมาทำการซ้อมแล้วก็ทำความเข้าใจทั้งหมดนะครับส่วนทีมพยาบาลเราได้โรงพยาบาลสมิติเวชศรีราชานะครับมาเป็นพาร์ทเนอร์ในการดูแลเรื่องความปลอดภัยของนักแข่งนะครับผู้ชมรอบสนามนะครับจะดูแลในเรื่องของการเจ็บป่วยเรื่องอุบัติเหตุทั้งหมดนะครับแต่ทั้งนี้ทั้งนั้นก็ต้องมาซ้อมในวันที่19เหมือนกันทั้งหมดนะครับส่วนทีมรถยกรถเคนนะครับที่จะต้องทำการกู้ภัยในสนามแข่งเช่นเดียวกันครับวันที่19ก็นัดซ้อมความพร้อมทั้งหมดนะครับทำความเข้าใจทั้งหมดหลังจากที่เราห่างหายไป2 ปีก็ต้องเรียกความพร้อมกลับมาทั้งหมดครับ
I'm finishing off my preview up at Lem Den Cape, which is what the locals, what the tourists know it as. Turn 15 racing drivers know it as. One of the most notorious turns on this track. After a long fast section coming out of the roundabout with a right-hander and a left-hander that are both really fast, you go straight into this 90 left-hand turn just behind me at the Cape. It's a nasty turn, and in the old days a lot of people would cook up the brakes straight on. tow trucks would be out, red flags, you'd have delays in the program as they cleaned up. But a couple of years ago, a couple of editions ago, they put Tech Pro in, and Tech Pro's made a huge difference. And this corner turn 15 is a fantastic advert for Tech Pro, because now the cars go into the Tech Pro and most of them just bounce back out again and they drive off. And it saves a lot of delays in the program, it saves a lot of red flags, it saves a lot of winching from the crane that they stick on the corner here to make sure, because this is a bad turn. Anyway, that's the racing side. The racers don't see this, but on the Cape, what you will know, and what was here when I last came, was this gigantic mythical sea creature statue that was maybe 5-10 meters high, that just towered up on the Cape and was one of the landmarks of Bangsaen. That's gone. Now it's been completely remodeled, and you can see you've got this AstroTurf, and you've got sections of AstroTurf all around, and these flag poles as well. So you've got a completely different design to the Cape. You can still see the rock sticking up there, and the other one behind the camera, they're still here. The pier, the jetty, that's all been demolished down to the structure, down to the uprights that stick into the sea, and the base, that's still here. But the pier is gone. That was always disused ever since I came to Thailand, so at least 10 years that's been disused. That's gone now, apart from, like I say, the structure. And the Cape's all been remodeled, so that's something very new, very different from my last time here in 2019. So that's it for my preview from Bangsaen. Just want to say one thing basically. If you're going to go to one race, one car event at all in the year, come here. This is just like nothing else. It's an amazing race, it's an amazing atmosphere. You can come here, you can walk around the track, it's free to get in. The paddock is right along the beach. You've got food everywhere, seafood fresh out of the sea, served in front of the paddock. You've got grandstands around the track that are all free. You've just got an amazing atmosphere, and you really, with a street circuit again, you're up close to the action. You're not far away behind gravel traps and runoff in little grandstands. You're right up close. You feel the atmosphere. This race is just fantastic. It's epic, it's mega, and like I say, if you're going to come to an event, one car race, come here.
Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to grey as you fade away, as you fade away.